about time Jamaica had themselves a first world champion in the UFC. So, yo, Dana White, we got to bring, when I'm fighting for that belt, we got to bring the first card over to Jamaica and sell out that stadium, baby. I'm telling you, it's no problem. No problem, man. You see me?
I mean, Aljamain Sterling, and I want to start there because, I mean, that's the kick, you know what I mean? And Petr now it has the belt. Aljamain, who has been number one contender for a while, is finally getting his shot. They were scheduled to fight before, but it got postponed. And now it's finally fight week. The thing is on Saturday, and we're going to see what's going to happen. And you know what's amazing to me? Overwhelmingly, all the fight picks that I've seen, overwhelmingly is on Aljamain's side. Like, people are choosing Aljamain to win this fight more than everybody.
That's not really surprising to me.
Well, talk to me. It's only surprising to me because of the odds. When you looked at the odds, the betting odds was still on Petr side.
All right, because I'm gonna break this down for you, right? So when it comes to the betting odds, I don't really watch them things. Like, I'm not watch the betting odds because that is more like a popularity contest. You see me? Whoever is the most popular, because them people that are so-called experts, them don't really know what them are talking. Them don't really know what they're looking at. You see me? Them now no fight experience or nothing like that. Them really look on the popularity of each guy. You see me? I say who have the most backing on them kind of things. So I'm not really hear them people in the mind. I don't really care about the odds.
Right, fair enough.
But when it comes to if you just break it down from a technical standpoint and you just look at the fight as it is, Aljamain Sterling. And Aljamain Sterling is way more dynamic. He's a lot bigger than Petr. Yeah, man, he's a lot bigger if you see him in person.
Yeah.
Strong, very long for the division. And his grappling, man. He may not have the crispest and sharpest stand-up game, but when it comes to the grappling, the man is world class.
Absolutely.
And obviously, I have a little bias because, at the Jamaican roots and everything. Both of we have that. But at the end of the day, if we take that out of the equation, I still would have picked Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even, I mean, when you look at the Pedro Munoz fight and the way that Aljamain was able to piece up Munoz standing, it was really impressive. Just that, and it's the dynamism of his striking too, It's the fact that he's the funk master. It's funky, man. Like, him coming with unorthodox shit all the time, and he's consistently throwing strikes from all kind of angles.
Kicks
he's
on all different angles.
Yeah, man. And it's coming.
And he's long. Remember, he's very long for that division. He's a lot bigger than Petr. And another thing I want to say about Petr is I've always, credit to where credit is due. But at the end of the day, I still believe his road to the title wasn't necessarily a tough road.
Right.
And he's an elite fighter, but I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed with him yet.
Right. Especially when you think about who Aljamain has faced to get there. Like, he's been fighting top quality competition for a long time and doing away with them. I mean, other than the one little, fallback with Moraes. But I mean, and this is the thing. So when we talk about keys to victory, Aljamain having that reach and using that jab and using the front kicks and using, the calf kicks and so on, and being very consistent and busy. What about conditioning? Who has the conditioning in this fight?
I mean, I think the two of them was never really, conditioning has never really been a problem for Petr. And same thing goes for Aljo. Right. Conditioning has never really been a problem for both of them. So I can see this fight going all five. If it's not stopped, be a submission. But if not, I can see it go all 5 around and see, both of the athletes just push the pace and I try to implement them will against each other,
Yeah. I mean, especially, you see how Petr faced Rivera and Aldo. The striking is very similar in both situations. And I think he can adjust. He likes fighting people like that. He likes fighting guys who are very standard in their striking, great Muay Thai, good kickboxing, but nothing very out of the blue. He likes when guys try to pressure him and he's able to turn that around on them. So a man like Aljano is very different because of the way he strikes. It's so very wild and like just crazy with it, just funky with it. So I think, yeah, I agree. I think Aldo is definitely gonna have the edge in that situation.
The only way I see the area Aljamain could possibly face some trouble is if Petr Yan can pressure him to a point, because it's a small octagon as well. It's not that big octagon.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can pressure him to a point where him get him up on the wall and force Aljamain to try if he get into like a brawl,
right.
and if he get into a brawl and start come out of character and force to swing and exchange, that's the only place where I feel like he can get caught. That's his only weak spot, But as far as on the outside, Aljamain will be able to pick him apart, in my opinion. And I have to remember, Aljamain's grappling. I grapple with the kid firsthand, so I can tell you. His grappling is legit, and him come from a solid team in the Sri Lanka team when it comes to the grappling, So, if it goes to the ground, I think easy submission. Easy submission. I don't want to say easy, but submission for Aljamain Sterling.